Hey guys, it's Beane shooting again from my home here in Atlanta, Georgia. And what can I say? I'm shooting today on behalf of our multi-level mentor brand. This is for network marketers and multi-level marketers wanting to achieve that success that they so rightfully deserve. And just so you guys know, if you haven't met me before, I got my start in network marketing before I became a speaker and trainer and coach and consultant. I actually owe everything to multi-level marketing. So although I'm retired from traditional network marketing, I have thousands of people that I still stay in touch with. I have thousands of supporters. I have mentors. I have colleagues that are still in the industry and doing quite well. So what can I say? I was very, very blessed to retire when I was 22 years old and actually fired my boss. And I went from 3 figures on a job I hated to 7 figures in the industry. And it's been a ride. It's been a blessing ever since. But people still email me and ask me questions. So what can I say? I can't really stay away from it. So I wanted to share some questions with you guys. This is really for people who aspire to hit the top of a compensation plan. If you're already doing well and you're already making 7 figures and you're already making 6 figures or whatever your goal is, then this may not be for you. But for that networker who doesn't have the mentor, may not have the support, wants to get some clarity in their business, then this is the kind of thing I enjoy doing because I want to see everybody achieve some form of greatness. So I've been fortunate enough to hit the top of 3 service-based companies and 2 product-based companies in my career over the past 15 years full-time as a networker. So there's not a lot I haven't encountered. So let's see what we got here. How do I overcome the negative comments of friends and family? Easy. Well, this is an easy answer, but you got to go apply it. I love this one. And you see I light up when I hear the word negativity. And here's why. The answer is really simple. It takes understanding, but there are 2 things you can do right away to overcome all the negative comments and all the negative suggestions. Now, those who know me, you think I'm going to say, cut your friends and cut your family. That was a young Brian. Here's how you combat that. Masterminds and events. Young networkers or networkers who are new to this industry, pay close attention. The only way you really overcome negative coworkers and neighbors and family and friends, you have to create masterminds and you have to attend your company events. Let me give you something very, very important. Do you know that Ford, Rockefeller, Wrigley, Firestone, these guys used to meet every quarter in a cabin? I believe Ford owned the cabin, or this or Rich, it doesn't matter who owned the cabin. But these are household brands, household names. These guys met every quarter just to mastermind and share their ambitions, their goals, and they kept dreaming. Now, I'm not the smartest person in the world. I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. But if Ford, Firestone, Rockefeller, Wrigley can meet, surely you can meet with your upline, your teammates, your sideline, and the leader of your organization or company. Now, here's the reality. If you're the smartest person that you know, you are not going to make it. I'm telling you now, you have to surround yourself with people who are better than you, who are sharper than you, who are more experienced than you, who are smarter than you. And these individuals will pull you into a mastermind where you guys can't help but grow collectively. Remember, the only way to learn something is to go from the known to the unknown. If you already knew everything and had what you needed, then you wouldn't be looking at this video. So let me stop training. Man, I miss it. But here's the reality. You have to go from the known to the unknown in order to succeed. So what a mastermind does, it creates that alliance that you need to combat that negative alliance that I guarantee you awaits you outside of those convention doors. Which brings me to this. Masterminds happen at events. No matter how big or small the event, you need to be there and you need to be prepared for overtime. Think about it. It is amazing as I close this out. This is amazing. If it's baseball, extra innings, you hope it lasts another 2 innings. If it's basketball, an extra 5, 10 minutes in overtime, you can't wait to see the winning shot. If it's football, sudden death, oh my goodness, you hope they kick an extra field goal. But when it comes to your business, you don't have time for overtime. The convention is too far to drive. They're coming too often. How much is registration? You don't have time for overtime. But you support everybody else's event. You support boxing events on pay-per-view if you can't go to Las Vegas. You support Super Bowl events. People buy brand new TVs, flat screens they can't afford, and throw big parties for one game, 4 15-minute quarters, and they won't stick around 15 extra minutes for a training or a convention. But let me stop training. My point, you guys, is this. The events are where your masterminds are created. People who don't attend events, whether it be an in-home event, an event at a hotel, or an event at a convention, will not make it. So a lot of people think network marketing is complicated. It's really not. There's some simple ideologies that you have to understand, and one is events build your business, and events give you the fuel that you will need to combat that negativity. See, inside the room, everybody's going to tell you you can do it. Outside the room, most people would tell you that you can't. So you have to spend as much time in the room as you do outside the room. It's really that simple. I'll close with a quick story. I graduated from Morehouse College in 1997. I got my degree in English, and before I fired my boss, I was only 22 when I fired my boss. Due to this industry of network marketing, I was struggling just like everybody else. And I had my first convention in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Couldn't afford a plane ticket, so everybody had to drive. We had to chip in on vans, and we had to come up with the money and sleep 10 to a room and the whole 9 yards, right? It is amazing how many people drop off. Everybody wants to go at first. We need a deposit. Some fell out. We need the balance. More fell out. It's time to go. Everybody fell out. I was the only person, no, actually me and a good friend of mine, 2 people from my team went to the conference. Now, the same guys who promised they were going to the convention. Now, you know, all the expenses fall back on those who went when those who don't go decide to pull out. So we still had a commitment to go. Those same guys went to Howard's homecoming, went to Gramblin's homecoming, went to Southern's homecoming, went to FAMU's homecoming. What's the difference? Their priorities. See, they didn't want to go to a convention because they couldn't afford it. But they didn't miss every other homecoming out of town. Well, as I stand before you today, I can go to every homecoming at every institution every day of the week because I chose to prioritize my events. I say all that, guys, to say the only way to combat negativity outside is to form a friendly alliance inside. And that friendly alliance can only be found at functions and events where your mastermind is created, and that's where you succeed. All right, that's my tip for today. Continue to send more questions, more comments, more suggestions. I promise you I'll get back to everybody personally as soon as humanly possible.